So we went to one of the water parks. We went to Typhoon Lagoon. They have some nice body slides and tube slides and a big gigantic wave pool. The kids love the wave pool. They spent uh-oh oh, you jerk. Did I get, oh, okay, I got a day, but they spent a bunch of time in the wave pool. They had a little, I don't need you on my bar, I'd rather have the bed. I hear more of you dying. Where are you at? Oh, you're right there. I'm just gonna run from you. They had another little place that I really liked, was the, what they call it, Shark Reef? I think they called it Shark Reef. You could go in and snorkel in this little pool area with different there was different fish, and there was some sharks. There were leopard sharks, and I saw at least one or two little hammerhead sharks as well. I think they were maybe like, oh, almost made it. Judging from looking through the water down to them, I mean, they were probably like 4 or 5 feet long, and stingrays too. So that was kind of neat. I really liked that. They didn't care for that too much. Here's more bunnies. Neither of them kind of care for that too much. My daughter said she couldn't get a good seal on her mask, so that, uh-oh, we're running into ocean now. And I really don't want to... How far are we from home? Ooh, that's far down. She couldn't really get a good seal on her mask, so that kind of deterred her from doing it. My son, I guess he just must not have been too thrilled about it, because he swam through it real quick. But I took my time. I was going through it real slow. No one said anything to me, so but that was really neat. So we spent most of the day there. We got, I think they were open from 10 to 5. We got there about 10:30. Stayed until 5. They were closing and we left, so we went back to our room and got dressed because we were heading back to the Magic Kingdom for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. So it's the one time of the year they say that adults can, what direction? I'm heading more south now. One time of the year that adults can dress up and go to any of the parks. So we had our little themed water. Alright. Maybe I'll make a... No, I don't want to make a boat. Okay, let's start heading... So we're going to be heading south now. I want to go through there because I don't want to cross water, because crossing water is going to make it difficult getting back with my cargo. Yeah, so we had our little theme thing that we finally came up with. I was Friar Tuck, my son was Robin Hood, and my daughter was Maid Marian. And so we were dressed up. I was kind of surprised at how many people were there, because it was a special thing. You had to buy an extra or a different ticket for it. I mean, it wasn't like really expensive, but I mean, it was just extra. So the park normally closed at 7, but then if you had that, you could get in. They gave you these little bands, and most of the attractions were open. I didn't really see anything that was closed, unless we just happened to not be by it. But it went from like 7 to midnight, I think. Maybe 1. I'm not sure. It's a lot of people were leaving when I think we left at like 12-ish or a little bit after 12, and a lot of people were leaving, so that may have been about the right time for it to close. They had nice fireworks. They had a parade, but we kind of skipped the parade. We watched the little show that happened there at Cinderella's castle. And then I asked them, because they were setting up for the parade, and I asked them, I said, do you guys want to stay for the parade, or you want to go ride rides? They're like, let's go ride rides. I was like, all right. So we went over and we started riding rides again. We ended up riding Space Mountain 2 more times, because after that, my daughter loved it. She thought it was great, which was good. We did get to the mine train. Am I still heading south? Yes. We did get to the mine train ride. It was about a 30-minute queue then, so that wasn't nearly as bad as 65, 70 minutes. So we waited for that, and it was a lot of fun. It was really neat. It was really smooth ride. It's some iron. You know how they usually like to... The water stops here. It was just a really smooth and quiet coaster. It was nice. So got back late for that. The next day we went to, I think by the time we got back to the resort and in bed, it was probably like 1:30. The next day we went to Epcot, and we were wore out. We had done way too much those first 2 days, and especially staying up so late, or staying up late the night before. So we ended up leaving Epcot at like 5 the next day. Where's it? There we go. We were wore out. We didn't even go over to the World Showcase, which has all the countries. We did ride most of the main, well, no, we missed, we didn't get to do Soarin' because it was like an hour wait for Soarin'. That wasn't one of the fast passes I picked. That looks cool. Looks almost like a castle. Kind of looks like mine with the little spire going up there. Am I still heading? And now I'm kind of heading more west, which is fine. Yeah, that was one of the ones I didn't do the fast pass for. I didn't think it would. I knew it was a popular ride, but I didn't know it was going to be still that popular. So we missed that one, which is okay. It's not. I mean, it's a cool ride, but oh well. I was kind of sad we missed the World Showcase. I like going over to the World Showcase, but we were just wore out, so we did most of the stuff there and just headed back. They ended up going. The resort has that one had one pool. We ended up going back, and they swam in the pool for like 2 hours, and I just sat in a chair there by the pool and just relaxed, put music on, and I didn't really fall asleep, but I was about ready to because I was pretty tired. Lots of bunnies. Hi, bunny. More swamp. I need some jungle, man. So that was Epcot. Then the next day we went to Hollywood Studios and had a good time there. We rode everything there except for the Tower of Terror because my daughter did not want to ride that at all. And then my son didn't want to ride it by himself, and I wasn't going to leave her by herself, so he was okay. I think he wanted to ride it. Earlier in the day he was kind of making a big deal about it, but I think in the end he wasn't that disappointed. Just the things that happen when you only have 3 of you going, unfortunately. More swamp. What am I still heading westerly? That's southerly, more watery. Let's just kind of keep going this way. We can't find a jungle. Now which direction are we headed? We are headed south in a southerly direction. Can I get down to... I can. I wanted to... Oop, nope, can't jump there. We can go this. There we go. So that was Hollywood Studios. Had a good day there. Oh, we ate dinner, or well, was it a dinner? No, it was a lunch. Kind of ate a late lunch. Too much ocean. We ate a late lunch at the Sci-Fi Cafe, which is really cool. We didn't make I didn't make any dinner reservations because I didn't want to. I didn't know when we were going. Well, besides the fast passes, I didn't know when we were going to be doing what. So I didn't really want to limit us even further. It's starting to get nighttime. I need to get over here and place the bed. So I didn't want to limit us to having to be the fast passes at certain time and eating at certain times. So we didn't make reservations. So we didn't get to sit in the cars, but they have these like 50s style cars that you can sit in, and they have a big screen in front of you, and all the surroundings of it makes it look like you're in a drive-in theater. But we sat in these little tables in the back, which actually I kind of like that because you got to see all the cars out there and everybody out there. We wouldn't have been able, all 3 of us, to sit right beside each other. They're not that big, and you sit, everybody faces the screen, of course, because if you sit with your back, then you can't see what's going on the screen. But they show old sci-fi movies, sci-fi types of movies. They don't show the whole movies. They show clips from the movies and the old trailers for the movies that they had, and then there were some cartoons. There were some Tom and Jerry cartoons. I remember those when I was growing up watching those, and things like that. So it's really cool. It looks like you're outside. Oh, I don't like being in this first. And this roof first is scary sometimes. So that's fun. See? I hear a zombie. I need to get away out of here. Then the last day was the Animal Kingdom. Oh, this is no easy way down from right there. Last day was Animal Kingdom and had a good time there. We rode Expedition Everest, which is the biggest coaster out of all of them. And my daughter rode it. She said she didn't like the direction are we heading now. Still heading west. She rode it. I was proud of her. She said she didn't like the one big drop. There's one big drop, and she said she didn't like it. But other than that, she had fun on that. But lots of souvenirs. Stop the stutter. Thank you. I had saved up for a while, so we had plenty of money, and didn't have to tell them no too many times for buying things. There was a couple things I was like, no, that's really not what. But most of the time, it was whatever you want. You can have, with exceptions. Well, a few exceptions, not like a lot of exceptions, but some exceptions. But horses, black horses, and chickens. More ocean. This is not looking good. Not looking good at all. That after we finished Animal Kingdom, we went to downtown Disney and ate dinner at the Raintree Forest. Or I always want to say Raintree Forest. It's just a rainforest cafe, which was really neat. I hadn't been there before, so we wanted to do that. Ate dinner there, bought some more souvenirs. They bought a bunch of stuff at the Lego store. They have a Lego store there at downtown Disney, and they both bought a bunch of Legos. I don't know why. They go through the Lego phases, and they saw the Lego store, so they wanted to buy Legos. And then the next day, we came home, and it was a good trip. We had a really good time. We wore ourselves out, like I said, those first couple of days, and it made one day kind of rough, but other than that, we had a great time. I told them what we need to try to do now that things are a little better off, is to, instead of waiting so long and trying to do big trip like that and do everything. I like that hole right there, that's nice. And trying to do everything, is that maybe next time we'll go in like maybe 3 years or so from now and just do like a couple of the parks, and then go in a few years after that and do the other 2 parks or something like that, so we're not trying to do it all every time, because it's a lot. It really is. And we found that out the hard way, because we did way too much those first 2 days. And whoa! Where was he at? We did way too much those first 2 days, and chicken in a cave or in a crevice. Ooh, there's a mesa biome. Wonder if anybody knows that that's here. I don't know. Let's take a screenshot of you so we know where you're at. Okay. So, yeah, so you're not wearing yourself out, because that was a lot. It was fun, but it was a lot. It was a lot of walking. But that was a good time. So, like I said, if I had the means and abilities to go, I would go, maybe not every year, maybe every other year. I would go and want to do that every year and do like a couple of parks, and then the next year do, whoa, that's crazy. Has that, I wonder what, jump down here in the waters, wonder what biome, I want to check and see what biome this is right at the edge of this. That's just a little bit of grass. Okay, let's see. Right here we're in the mesa, and right here we're in the river. That's silly. But yeah, I would do that. Go a couple parks one year, a couple other parks another year. Well, that's about all the story. I mean, I could have gone into greater detail, but I don't like to make my episodes really long right now at this point, due to views and interest. This has probably been long enough. I might have to chop it up a little bit. Or maybe it'll be a two-parter. I don't know. I'm going to keep searching for the elusive jungle. And if I find it, then I will come back and hopefully we can get what I need. So if not, I'll go ahead and end it here. And hope that you have enjoyed. Even though not much happened. Hello, cat. Even though not much happened. Get your tail out of my face. I can't see. I hope you enjoyed the story. So, unless I find the jungle, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye. And I can't find a jungle.